Stonehenge. This mysterious circle of megaliths in the southwest of England has for centuries fascinated and aroused insatiable curiosity. This enigmatic site has given rise to many theories about its construction, its raison d'etre, and has fueled the wildest legends. A place of worship for the Celtic Druids, a sacred healing precinct, a cemetery, a calendar announcing the summer solstice. There is no shortage of possibilities, and the legends about its construction either. How could such blocks of stone, some weighing more than 30 tons, be transported over a distance of more than 250 kilometres, 3,000 years before our era? Some have spoken of a place of worship for the Celtic Druids, another of a cemetery. There is no shortage of theories. Sacred place of healing, place of education for King Arthur by Merlin, place of burial for Ambrosius, King of the Bretons. One thing is certain, this site has a fascinating energy. Stonehenge and Atlantis. Stonehenge, among other megalithic structures, has been linked by various writers with Plato's Atlantis. According to some, Stonehenge and the other megalithic monuments are the vestiges of the legendary Atlantis, the population of which spread out on the continents. A recent carbon-14 dating shows that the samples from the megalithic tombs are much older than imagined. The megalithic civilization would therefore not be the result of the decline of advanced cultures, such as the Sumerians, the ancient Egyptians or the Greeks, but rather the expression of a much older people, having lived thousands of years ago. In addition, there are also ancient megaliths in Malta, in Sardinia, Sicily, Corsica, and in the Italian region of Puglia, lands formerly part of Atlantis, if we believe the priests of ancient Egypt. The elongated skulls of Stonehenge. For the first time in the history of Stonehenge, Maria Wheatley, in her astonishing book, The Elongated Skulls of Stonehenge, reveals a fascinating and exciting archaeological secret. A mysterious people constructed numerous sacred sites that surround Stonehenge. The record stated that in the 25 by 25 mile radius of the Stonehenge environs, there are approximately 2,300 ancient sites, and all of the long barrows contained elongated skulls. Maria has evaluated the remains of the elongated skulls and determined they were all murdered and their long-lost history lost. Apparently, a group of invaders decided to eradicate the people of the elongated skulls after they settled in the area for hundreds of years. She has also discovered a Neolithic High Queen that was laid to rest in the largest and longest barrow ever constructed in prehistoric Britain. Her book explains the untold history of the elongated skulls and how it was hidden from the Western world. This archival recorded history of the elongated skulls on the Salisbury Plain, which continues to reveal itself, is extremely important as it backs up the alternative history popping through the thinning veil. Wheatley says the Victorian antiquarians knew that within the Salisbury Plain, encircling the Stonehenge area, was an elongated head ruling community, but modern archaeologists deemed this information unimportant, as it did not fit with their standard retelling, so they left it out. Author Brian Forrester, explorer of ancient lost worlds and hidden history, says the Caracas extended elongated skulls were all from the ruling elite. Note: the artificial cranial deformation or head flattening is a form of body alteration in which the skull of a human being is deformed intentionally. It is done by distorting the normal growth of a child's skull by applying force. Flat shapes, elongated ones, produced by binding between two pieces of wood, rounded ones binding in cloth, and conical ones are among those chosen or valued in various cultures. Intentional cranial deformation predates written history. It was practiced commonly in a number of cultures that are widely separated geographically and chronologically, and still occurs today in a few areas, including Vanuatu. Astronomical phenomena. Stonehenge's function has inspired many theories, most of which are related to the prediction of astronomical phenomena. Archaeological research has shown that the site consists of 56 spaced holes. Gerald Hawkins, a British astronomer, worked on the location of these Aubrey holes. In 1963, he found that the orientation of the site made it possible to predict the movements of the moon, sunrise and sunset. Aubrey's holes also made it possible to calculate the dates of the eclipses of the moon by moving the markers from one hole to another. The theory that the Stonehenge site was a kind of astronomical observatory was born under the best auspices because validated by a renowned scientist. Note that each year on June the 21st, at the summer solstice, the sun rises in exact alignment with the most mysterious monument in Europe. Many pagans and spiritual seekers who gather on the summer solstice to watch the sunrise at this ancient and mystical site. The stones are aligned perfectly to synchronize with the sunrise on the solstice, and it is almost unquestioned that Stonehenge was built as a spectacular place for the honouring of the earth and her seasons. Many visitors report feeling the energies of the henge and believe that the stones are in fact more than they appear to the human eye. Many fascinating crop circle patterns have appeared nearby, including the extraordinary geometric. A place of healing. The excavations carried out by the team of professors Timothy Darville and Jeff Wainwright make it possible to establish that the set of concentric circular structures was a popular place for pilgrimage for its therapeutic properties. According to the researchers, the sick and wounded went to Stonehenge because of the healing power they attributed to its menhirs. People would therefore have come from far away to heal themselves at Stonehenge. Geospiral pattern. The powerful form of Earth energy emits a spiral pattern called a geospiral. Maria Wheatley, a dowser and researcher of Earth mysteries, specializing in the geodetic system of Earth energies and key lines. She studied the geospiral pattern for over 15 years and noted that it can cleanse and heal our own body water. All water has memory. We are made up of over 75% of water, which can become polluted, for example, from processed foods and even our own thoughts and emotions. Consciously working with our own body water in conjunction with the waters of the earth can be a remarkable experience. Geospirals can also put us in touch with the earth's akashic records. The earth's inner waters can act like a tape recorder, recording all that has been and thus retains the site's holy history. Animals are naturally attracted to the geospiral earth energy pattern and often sleep above it. The site is still a huge discovery ground for scientists. Under the imposing megaliths, numerous monuments are said to be buried. Scientists have probed the basement of the site using radar and a 3D laser. Stupa, wells, troughs, trenches have been discovered. More than ever, Stonehenge still holds many secrets that seem to both rise and to thicken as the archaeological discoveries continue.